Welcome to EN Rewind. Along with Devin Gingrich, I'm your host, Alicia Collette.
Things have been very busy as the school year winds down. What have you been up to, Alyssa?
Lots of AP testing in preparation for finals. And you?
Much of the same. However, I did get a break from all that to go on an awesome field trip last Tuesday.
That's right. On Tuesday, Mr. Amstut's Tech Communications class took a trip to Wayne 15 Studios to tour the building and get a behind-the-scenes look on the noon broadcast. The tour went through all of the technology that is used to make the broadcast happen, the process that each individual has to go through to get ready to do their job, and the communication and ad-lib skill that it sometimes takes to make a good broadcast great. My favorite part was seeing how some of the things that they are using and doing to broadcast are things that we do here at EN Rewind. East Noble is certainly ahead of the game, and with that, we'll be back with sports news after this commercial break.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Welcome back to EN Rewind. Our sports teams have been performing very well this season. This past weekend, the East Noble track team held their John Reed Relay Invitational. The Lady Knights track team took first place for the third straight year with a dominant performance coming from their senior thrower Paige DeCamp, earning a second place spot in discus and a personal record of 112 feet and 7 inches, and breaking the East Noble record in shot put with a 42-foot 9-inch throw, also a personal record. The Lady Knights handled the Calv on Tuesday night as well, winning 113-18. Along with DeCamp, who finished first in shot put and discus, Emily Napier put on a spectacular performance, recording a 103-foot 2-inch throw in discus, which breaks into the top 10 in the East Noble record books. She also placed third in shot put with a 31-foot and 10-inch throw, both measurements being PRs. The girls are 12-0 going into conference meet tonight, and we wish them luck.
Definitely a cool example of the talent and skill our students have. Speaking of talent, our theater department put on a spectacular production this past weekend. How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying is a musical familiar to the East Noble community. When director Craig Monk began directing and teaching at East Noble, it was one of the first shows he did nearly 47 years ago. The musical tracks the life of J. Pierpont Finch and his ascent in the business world. Finch, played by senior honor thespian Daniel Kane, works his way up to vice president of advertising using the book How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Of course, he falls in love in the process with Rosemary Pilkington, played by senior honor thespian Lydia Tremaine. Other characters along the way included president of the Worldwide Wicket Company, J.B. Bigley, played by senior Brian Tu, nephew to J.B. Bigley, Bud Frump, played by senior Lucas Graydon, and sarcastic friend to Rosemary, Smitty, played by senior Sophia Schultz. Mr. Monk was so glad to end his career in Cole Auditorium the same way he started it. A huge congratulations to all cast and crew on a job well done, and to Mr. Monk for a phenomenal running. We'll be back with more East Noble news after the break.
Thursday, April 28th, East Noble High School students traveled with their career pathways or job shadowed in order to gain experience in their possible career fields. School-sponsored trips included various area college visits, local manufacturing plants, and even to Sweetwater Sound for some. The other option available to students was to job shadow their parents or another adult for the day. Many students opted to job shadow a teacher in the East Noble School District. See more in this video. It looks like everyone had a great time getting out of routine a little bit. I job shadowed my uncle, who's a teacher at St. Mary's. What'd you do, Alyssa?
I job shadowed Mrs. K. David at the middle school to gain a little insight on the education career field.
Sounds awesome. Could you tell our viewers about updates about the Nightly Scroll?
Yes, if you want to stay caught up on all the EN news but too busy to type in the URL every day, sign up for Nightly Scroll email blasts. All you have to do is put in your email one time on the Nightly Scroll website, and we'll send you our top news stories daily. If you already signed up, then you know about the awesome new adventure coming to Kennevilles. Would you like to tell our viewers about that, Devin?
Of course. A local youth group is raising funds for an upcoming trip, but what is selling far from conventional. The youth group, which is over a dozen East Noble students attend, belongs to St. John's Lutheran Church, and it's bringing a cool new attraction to Kennevilles for a short time, an escape room. Escape rooms have been rising trend in recent years. In fact, there are 4 escape room businesses in the Fort Wayne area alone. They'll follow a simple concept. Groups of friends pay to be locked inside a room for an allotted period of time, and their challenge is to get out of the room before the time is up. If the room is full of locked boxes, tricky puzzles, and hidden objects that hold the key to their escape, sometimes literally. Creators and workers of the escape room include East Noble Junior Michael Lehman, former East Noble student Jaden DiGirolamo, and youth teachers Nick and Zach Hayden, who've named their room the Old West Jail. Groups who visit the room will be given an hour to escape the old sheriff's office in the west. The Old West Jail officially opened Friday, April 22nd, and will be in operation for at least the next 4 weekends, depending on the response it gets. All bookings must be made in advance with www.kennevilleescaperoom.com. Admission is $15 per person, and no more than 6 people can participate at one time. 9 sessions are available each weekend. Other information, including location and event times, can be found at the Nightly Scroll website or the Escape Room website. And that's a wrap for this week's edition of Ian Rewind. Have a great weekend, Ian, and stay focused the last 3 weeks. We'll see you back next week.